Choosing the right cloud data platform on Microsoft Azure, well, it can feel a bit tricky, can it? You've got these powerful tools, but sometimes they seem like they do pretty similar
Oh,
things.
absolutely. It's a really common thing people run into. A lot of services seem to overlap at first glance, but when you look closer, they're actually quite specialized. Unique tools, really.
Exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive into three of those big ones: Azure Data Factory, Azure Synapse Analytics, and Azure Databricks. Now, you might think they're competitors, but actually they're more like specific tools in a data engineer's kit.
That's a great way to put it.
Our mission today is to unpack what each one does, how they differ in their core jobs, when you might pick one over the others, and this is key, how they can actually work together. Because that's often where the real power lies in building a solid data solution for you. Okay, let's dig in.
Sounds good. So maybe a quick rundown first. Let's start with Azure Data Factory, or ADS as most people call it. This is Microsoft's cloud ETL service. ETL meaning extract, transform, load, and data integration.
Right.
Think of it like the main orchestrator for your data pipelines.
Yeah.
Its real strength. Well, it has this huge library of connectors, like over 90 native ones, so it can pull data from almost anywhere, push it somewhere else, even on-prem stuff using self-hosted runtimes. It's basically the traffic cop for your data.
Okay, so ADF is the mover and shaker, the orchestrator. Got it. So where does Azure Synapse Analytics fit in? Because, well, doesn't it also have some data integration bits?
It does, yeah, that's where some confusion can come in. But Synapse is really Microsoft's comprehensive analytics service. The big picture here is bringing enterprise data warehousing and big data analytics into one single place, a unified platform.
Unified. How so?
Well, Synapse bundles together dedicated SQL pools. These are super optimized for massive data warehousing, think petabytes, using columnar storage. And it also has serverless Apache Spark pools for big data jobs on demand. Plus, Data Explorer for logs and, yeah, those built-in pipelines for integration. It really tries to cover both structured and unstructured analysis in one workspace.
Okay, makes sense. An all-in-one analytics hub. And that leaves Azure Databricks. What's its special angle, especially, compared to the Spark that's already in Synapse?
Ah, good question. Azure Databricks is, well, it's an Apache Spark-based analytics platform, but it's really optimized specifically for Azure. It was actually built by the people who created Spark. So it's known for being fast, easy to use, and very collaborative.
Collaborative how?
Through its notebook environment, mostly. It supports Python, Scala, R, SQL, all in one place, which data scientists love for building models iteratively. While Synapse has Spark, Databricks often offers, let's say, extra performance tuning, better auto-scaling sometimes, and that notebook experience. It's really strong for complex data engineering, hardcore data science, and machine learning. People often talk about it in terms of building a lakehouse.
Lakehouse. Right, combining data lakes and warehouses. Okay,
Yeah.
so three powerful tools, distinct capabilities. The big question for you listening is probably, okay, when do I actually use which one for my project?
Exactly. And that comes down to those core differences. ADF, like we said, is the orchestrator. If your main job is moving data around, scheduling ETL or ELT processes, monitoring those flows, ADF is fantastic.
So ingesting from lots of places, kicking off jobs elsewhere.
Precisely. It's the glue. It automates that ingestion. And it's great for modernizing old SSIS packages, too.
Right.
You can lift and shift those SQL Server Integration Services workflows into ADF.
Right. Then there's Azure Synapse Analytics, which you call the Unified Analytics Hub.
Yeah. Synapse shines for large-scale data warehousing. If you need heavy-duty SQL analytics combining traditional BI with some big data processing, all in one managed environment, Synapse is built for that. Those SQL pools are beasts for reporting on huge data sets.
Got it. And Azure Databricks, the advanced data processor and ML powerhouse.
That's the one. Databricks is your go-to for complex, code-heavy transformations using Spark. Think advanced analytics, data science, machine learning models. If you're wrestling with unstructured or semi-structured data, maybe need real-time processing or building sophisticated predictive stuff, Databricks is probably where you'll lean. It's perfect for that lakehouse architecture.
So they each have their sweet spot. But you mentioned earlier, and this is really interesting, that the real magic often happens when they work together. They don't have to be separate silos.
Not at all. They integrate really well within Azure. That synergy is often the best approach for modern data platforms.
Can you walk us through like a typical example pipeline using all three?
Sure. Imagine this. You can use Azure Data Factory first, right?
Yeah.
To pull in raw data from all your different sources, databases, logs, APIs, whatever. Load that raw stuff into Azure Data Lake Storage.
Okay, step one, ingestion via ADF.
Exactly. Then Step 2, bring in Azure Databricks. Point it at that raw data in the lake. Use Databricks Spark Power to do the heavy lifting, complex cleaning, transformations, feature engineering, maybe build out a Delta Lake structure, your Lakehouse layer.
Right, the complex processing part.
Then, step 3, maybe use ADF again. It orchestrates loading that cleaned, refined data from Databricks into Azure Synapse Analytics, specifically into those high-performance SQL pools in Synapse.
Ah, okay, so ADF acts as the orchestrator at both ends.
It can, yeah. And then Synapse is your serving layer for BI tools, dashboards, ad hoc SQL queries by analysts. You get high-performance querying on the curated data.
That makes a lot of sense. You're using each tool for its absolute strength. ADF for broad connectivity and orchestration, Databricks for the really complex Spark work in ML, and Synapse for that optimized, scalable SQL endpoint.
Precisely. It gives you scalability, performance, often better cost efficiency than trying to force one tool to do everything. You build a more resilient, optimized pipeline.
So, for you listening, it really boils down to looking at your specific needs, right? What's the main problem you're solving? What skills does your team have? And of course, budget.
Always. It's about mapping the tools to the job.
Okay, so let's recap quickly. If your main thing is data movement orchestration, connecting lots of systems, think Azure Data Factory.
Right, the orchestrator.
If you need that unified platform for massive data warehousing, blending SQL analytics with big data, maybe simplifying the tooling for your data pros, Azure Synapse Analytics is probably the unified hub.
Yep.
And if you're deep into complex Spark jobs, advanced data science, building ML models, especially with a code-first approach, Azure Databricks is likely the winner.
The ML powerhouse and advanced processor?
But as we've discussed, they are often better together.
Definitely. And that leads to maybe a final thought to leave you with. While each of these tools is incredibly powerful on its own, the most robust, the most effective solutions we see often involve weaving them together strategically.
So consider your own data challenges right now. Is there a bottleneck? Are you trying to do too much with one tool? Could orchestrating these powerful Azure services together be the key that unlocks your next big data breakthrough? Something to think about.